Welcome to the All-Time Stories channel. Japanese life, culture and traditions are very different from what representatives of Western civilization are accustomed to. This is a unique country that even now seems like a different world to us. Moreover, for many centuries in Japan the practice of sakoku, that is self-isolation, was in effect. Any contact with the outside world was severely suppressed, which contributed to the fact that the Japanese way of life has survived to this day. However, even before Japan's self-isolation, some Europeans managed to visit the land of the rising sun. These were both diplomatic missions and shipwrecked sailors or commercial and industrial trading posts, and some of them achieved significant success in understanding the Japanese mentality. Moreover, history knows of cases when a European managed to become part of the highest feudal class of Japan, the samurai. Perhaps the most famous and probably the only European samurai was William Adams, who among other things was also the first Englishman in history to visit the land of the rising sun. Adams began his journey to the Far East in 1598 at the age of 34, joining the Dutch expedition as a navigator. Although the expedition left Rotterdam consisting of 5 ships, only 3 of them managed to cross the Magellan Strait and enter the Pacific Ocean. The first ship was driven away by a storm and returned to Holland. The second was captured by the Portuguese, but the troubles did not end there and even repeated themselves. Of the 3 remaining ships, one was captured by the Spaniards, and the other disappeared during a new storm. As a result, only one ship reached the shores of Japan, on which William Adams was located. However, his ship also did not escape trouble. Most of the crew died from thirst and hunger, and the survivors were on the verge of death. At the beginning of 1600, 2 years after the start of the expedition, Adams' ship stopped off the coast of the Japanese island of Kyushu. Residents provided all possible assistance to the exhausted sailors. The Portuguese, who had a monopoly on trade with Japan, quickly learned of the arrival of the Dutch. Fearing for their position, they began to spread rumors that the arriving ship is a pirate. As a result, William Adams, along with the rest of the crew, was placed in prison by order of the future shogun Tokugawa, and the ship and all its contents were confiscated. The second time fate smiles on Adams is when, instead of the sick captain, he is invited to the Tokugawa court. Over the next few months, meetings are repeated several times. In them, William Adams tells the future shogun not only about the purpose of his arrival, but also about the world outside Japan. Adams makes such a strong impression on Tokugawa that soon his entire team is released and even taken into custody, but at the same time forbidden to leave Tokugawa's lands. Subsequently, William Adams became not only a constant friend and guest, but also Tokugawa's teacher, teaching geometry, astronomy, and other sciences. His knowledge and favor with the ruler made Adams Tokugawa's personal translator, and already in 1604, on his orders, Adams began construction of the first Japanese ship, built according to the Dutch model. In 1608, with the direct participation of William Adams, Japan established its first diplomatic and trade relations with New Spain. William Adams's services to Japan were so great that Tokugawa made him the first known samurai of foreign origin in Japanese history, granting him possessions, 100 peasants and a daisho, a pair of swords that confirmed his new high status. Initiation into the samurai required the adoption of a new name, and therefore from now on Skipper William Adams was dead and the samurai Anzan Miura was born. Since Adams' family remained in Europe, and he was still forbidden to leave Japan, William Adams tied the knot with a Japanese woman from the upper class, but at the same time, he did not forget about the first family, regularly sending them money along with European sailors. He also named his Japanese children Joseph and Suzanne in English manner. William died in 1620, dividing his estate equally between 2 families in his will. Subsequently, the incredible story of his rise became the basis for many books and films, and in Tokyo to this day one of the districts bears his name. Thank you everyone who watched this video to the end. To learn about the latest releases, you just need to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. Also leave your thoughts in the comments and put a thumbs up. Thank you and see you soon.